story. In fact, there have been some fascinating stories. One involves a man by the name of Ed Burke. If the name is familiar, he was on the 64 and 68 Olympic teams as well. Last Sunday, in the hammer throw, Ed Burke wound up finishing third as we take a look back 6 days ago. Ed Burke from Los Gatos, California, with this throw, earned his way onto the Olympic team. 235 feet, 7 inches. So the 1964 and 1968 Olympian is back on the team in 1984. Ed, so many things to talk about in terms of your career and your life. Let's go back before the 64 Olympics, though. Relate the story involving you and your wife at that time, and you had been married about a year, in 1962.
That's right. My wife and I have been married 23 years, and I think a very special, strong marriage. We'd been married 1 year, and she was out watching me throw the hammer. I was the best collegiate thrower at the time, and the press was there taking pictures. She went, because it was cold, she went to sit in the car and wait for me to throw one more. That one more slipped out of my hands, went over the fence, into the car windshield, and hit her. It was the most tragic thing that you could imagine to happen to anyone. Of course, I didn't want anything to do with track and field, the hammer throw or anything else. I just wanted her to be better, and I just quit. A few months later, she and the coach got together, and she recovered beautifully, as you can see. She's a gorgeous lady. But they got together, and they got me back out on the field, and she then made it her purpose to learn everything she could about the hammer throw. She's my coach. She knows more about the hammer than I do, I think. And she stayed with me on the field, hours through the rain, the cold, the hot days, through thick and thin. We made it to Tokyo. We thought that was wonderful. We made it to the American record and the longest throw in the world, which was quite an accomplishment for us in 1967, and 68 games, and then we retired. And she was really instrumental in my starting again, as a matter of fact. I just quit track and field when I retired. It was like a love affair. I canceled my subscription to Track and Field News. I didn't watch television track meets. I didn't go to track meets. But there was a World Cup on TV in August of '79, and they were showing a Russian and an East German trading very good competition. I watched it. She insisted I sit down and look at this new technique. She said, "Ed, you could do this." And she knew I was a little bit itchy. I was maybe the midlife crisis age. I was 39 at the time. And my daughters had never seen me throw the hammer. So Shirley and the girls got the hammer out of the garage, talked me into showing them how I used to do it, and off we went to San Jose State, and I showed them how I did it, and got this vision. As I drove back, I actually saw myself walking in the Olympic parade here in Los Angeles. It's 182 pounds and very much out of shape at the time, but I had the feeling that I could do it.
And a lot of fellas think they can do it again. You were out so long, and they come back and they wind up embarrassing themselves oft times. Did you ever worry about that? Did you fear that you would try to come back and it would be the wrong thing? Or did you really feel, honestly, deep down inside, that you could make the team?
I never doubted I could make the team because I had the vision. I saw myself in the parade, and I really think, as ye think, so shall ye be. And I thought I could, and here I am. Praise God, you know. I mean, there are a lot of people supporting me. But, you know, speaking to that, there are a lot of people who don't try to be physical, even though they feel they want to, because they're afraid of embarrassing themselves. My comment to them is, so what? If you're a little embarrassed, go out there and participate. You know, if you're a journalist and you haven't written your novel yet, get your typewriter out. If you're a painter or you think you'd like to be, get your paint set out, you know, do your thing. I have, I think, maybe 56 or 60 years, active years left in my life. I'm only 44. I'm going to be doing something all that time, you know.
It's a great story. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you very much.
You'll have a lot of fans rooting for you.
Oh, you bet. I'll do my...
Ed Burke, 1984 Olympian. In a moment.
I'll be back.